Harman have been busy bees recently, and here we go again. They've come out with another creative colour film. This time it's called Azure Switch, and they kindly sent me a few rolls to dabble with. But it's not your normal colour film like this Fuji 400H Pro. No sir, this stuff switches the colours, and after developing, you've not got a clue what's going on. It's like waking up in a field after a rave back in the 90s and wondering what's happened to all the colours. When Harman asked me to test a new film, I was hoping they was going to send me some FP6, HP7 or maybe Ortho 3200, something funky like that, but no, they sent me another Fan-Dabby-Dobby colour film. But I'm glad they reached out to me, as I get to dabble with chemistry and film and share my experiences with you guys. So let's go out and shoot some of this Azure and see how many people I can make look like a Smurf. So pack the camera, just going to go light. I'm going to take 8 photographs, and for the highest quality with this camera, so I can show you guys the results. I've not even seen it, I've not even shot any of this stuff myself. This is the first time, so we'll soon see. I'm going to use a GoPro around my neck so you guys can see exactly what I'm taking photographs of, so you can see what the colours are like and what the film does with it. And then we'll come back and develop the film. So that's all I need. Let's get out and see what we can find. I nearly forgot my strap for the camera, must use that, and my little GoPro neck brace. There's one thing I forgot to pack, which I nearly forgot to pack, was my light meter. Just at last minute I thought, Christ, I haven't got my light meter. There it is. So this is 125 ISO film. At 125, it's quite bright, so I'm going to go f16, 1/25 of a second. So Harman say Switch Azure is a fun, playful and experimental film. Colours switch in unexpected ways. Blues become orange, yellows shift to a vibrant azure, which is like a light blue colour like the box, and reds transform into purple blue hue. So let's walk around and we'll try and find some colours. So I'm down at the beach, you can see it's an absolute glorious day, but I'm not interested in any of that at all. Not interested in any blue skies, clouds. I'm more interested in objects of colour. So the first thing I've seen of colour is this shot here. The thing is, about having just 8 shots to play with, it makes me settle down and think more than if I had 36 frames in a camera. I'd kind of just be shooting everything, but this is going to make me think a little bit more of what I'm taking pictures of. That'll be interesting. Some different colours there, mostly reds and whatnot. Let's have a go. F11 2/50th of a second. Sorry if my hand gets in the way, guys. Can you believe the sun's just gone in? Ah, there we go. Got some shadow now. The sun's out. There you go. First shot done. So looking at my first photo, I can see where the Switch label comes from. Side by side with the chest mounted GoPro, I can see that my reds are blue, the chalkboard has turned a sort of brown colour, and the blues have turned into this deep orangey red colour. And looking at the whole scene, the creams and whites seem to have given the film more sort of normality, maybe something to avoid in the future when I'm shooting this film for the maximum switch, but I do need to find more colour. Now today I'm not really interested in seascapes, but I want to get a shot of this marker which is collapsed. Okay, let's see what this scape looks like. Some cloud, wait for the water to go back. Done. Okay, this could have some promise. I've got the lens hood, so that will stop the sun flaring into the lens. Again, I apologise for the hand in the way of the shot, guys. I'm just focusing in. So in that scene, I've got some red, yellow, blue. I've got all sorts of colours. Just trying to get them houses out in the background. Done. This time of year the island is a little bit sleepy, so there's not many shops open, but I did find this donut shop with its colourful signs, which was actually closed. As expected, the blue sky looks like I'm on Mars, and all the other colours are sort of shifting. Already I'm trying to think, what would I shoot this film on? What would I use it for? Nice scene there, no colour at all. I've got two blue boats at the end. It's tricky. Two blue boats there. We've got a caution sign. Okay, this might look nice. So I've got two boats, a caution sign. I've got some beach huts, some cloud, a bit of scape. My shadow. Got to be careful of me down there. Done. I'm on shot number 5. And look how different the blues are on the boat and the sky. The deeper the blue is, the more red it appears. And the yellow sign has turned into that sort of azure light blue. The beach huts have stayed the same, and also the green bush in the background, that has little difference either. It looks quite nice, this beach hut here with these kayaks. I come down, so I'm looking up, which is a much nicer angle. Okay, we've got some people coming. Afternoon. Here we go. What a strange look this film gives. The more I go along looking at my own photographs and experimentation, the more I scratch my head thinking, other than a bit of fun, what could I possibly shoot this film for? So I've got a scene here. Blue, yellow, green, blue sky. A woman with her feet hanging out. Let's try that. And again, in this photograph, we can see the blue switch to sort of like an orangey red. The yellow has gone to a light blue, and the green on the hut there has stayed the same again. We've got a runner. Do I get Rocky in or not? Why not? And we've got one more, which I'll do close up on the beach huts somehow. Now this one really got me. It's the first time I've got skin tones in, and the runner's skin, which seems to be a little bit tanned, it's turned him into like a Smurf, but without the hat. So one thing I've learned with this film is stay away from tannish skin tones unless you want your subjects to look like Smurfs. Look at the guy's legs. See how this looks. So we've got blue, red, yellow, we've got a blue sky, a bit of cloud. Final shot, number 12, number 13, beach huts. Let's see if this works. Done. And that is 8 photos of Azure. So we'll get back and we'll develop, see what we got. So I developed the film in Bellini C41 Kit. It's the very first time that I've ever used that. I mixed it and then developed it. Or I put an extra video out on the channel if you're interested in that Bellini C41 kit. Usually I've used the CineStill kit, but I thought I'd try this one and it came out all right. These are the negatives here. Similar to the, they've got a similar base, I think, to the Phoenix sort of range. But I didn't know what to expect when I developed them. I looked at them and I thought, well, I don't know, let's scan them and see what happens. But to be honest with you, I don't really enjoy developing colour film, if I could be honest. I just find it all a bit of a faff trying to keep all the temperatures right and, you know, black and white, give me black and white any day. But the Bellini kit was easy to use, I must say. But one thing I hadn't covered yet in the video was the grain of the film. Now, although I was using a 6x9, where is it, this big old lump here, the 693 6x9 camera, the Fuji camera, I didn't go over the grain because you couldn't really see much, obviously, because the negatives are so big. But I did notice some grain in the film. It was obviously very fine. And it got me thinking, if I'd shot the 35mm version, which I've got a roll here, if I'd shot this, I would imagine that I would see grain. And it would be maybe noticeable like it is on the Phoenix films. That's quite a crunchy grain, I've always noticed. So although it didn't really show much grain in my photographs, if you shoot it on 35mm, you've probably got grain to consider. So did I enjoy shooting this film? Well, of course I did. I was out shooting down the beach, a nice day with an old camera, taking pictures. I enjoy that. Did I like the results? Well, they certainly were different, put it that way. I didn't quite know what to expect. The only side of it I think what put me off was the smurf. The guy had sort of red blemished legs and they came out blue. I don't think this is a film that you want to really capture people. I don't think it compliments them that much. So when I shoot the other two roles, I'll definitely keep away from people. Would I buy this film? Probably not. I don't really shoot a lot of colour. I've got this C41 kit now, so I'm going to be doing a few colour videos on the channel anyway and shooting some of the colour film that I've got in the fridge. But I don't really shoot a lot of colour. My heart is with black and white. So on the personal side of things, not so much. But if you've got clients, then maybe it's something good to offer something different. So I can easily see this stuff working for covers of books maybe, or record sleeves, or even, like I said, canvases in coffee shops and business premises, etc. And I must add that I did try and replicate this look in Photoshop, and I've used Photoshop pretty much since when it came out, and I couldn't do it. I'd got close, but I couldn't replicate it, which surprised me. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think or what anyone else thinks. At the end of the day, it's down to, you know, if you enjoy film photography and you want to try something different, there's no harm in you grabbing a roll of this stuff and seeing how you get on, seeing if you like it. You might even think to yourself, you know what, I'll buy a brick of this stuff and accumulate a whole load of different photographs and end up with some sort of book or zine of this type of photography. I don't particularly like jellied eels or fish pie, but it doesn't go to say that other people don't. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video with me dabbling with the new Harman Azure film. I've got a couple of rolls left to shoot, so watch out for that. The Patreons and YouTube members, I'll more than likely post my results on the post pages there for you to see. I've got the C41 kit, which I purposely got for this video, but I've got a stack of colour film that I need to shoot. So I want to make a couple of probably colour film videos coming up in the next few weeks or so before that Bellini kit goes duff. So thanks for watching guys. Let us know in the comments what you think of this film. I'll catch you next time.